to another G-Dubs vlog. Me and Emma have been exploring this beautiful country for the last 10 days. We've been to Hanoi, been to Sapa, currently in Nimh Binh, and it's a pretty overcast day, so I thought, what a good day to do a little day in the life with costs included, because yeah, it's unbelievable value here. We're going to cover all the things you need to know in terms of like transport, show you our accommodation, which is absolutely phenomenal, especially for the price. We're going to cover, do you know what I mean, what the beers cost, how much it costs to get a little bit of caffeine in the bones. And of course, G-Dubs is losing muscle by the second, so we're going to go one and get a bit of a workout in hopefully, and also get a trim, because there's a reason I'm wearing this hat, and it's because the lid is in absolute dire straits. So if you do find it useful, and if you want me to do like a week one or a month one, let me know down in the comments. Whilst you're there, we're now en route to 10k subs. Unbelievable scene. So yeah, appreciate all the support. Let's get cooking, baby. Let's get into it. First things first, I've got to get a bit of food, I've got to get a bit of fuel in the system to fire the day up. Our hotel comes with breakfast included for free, or I guess you've technically paid for it because you paid for the room, but silly breakfast, big buffet style. Get loads of like fresh fruit to kick off. The watermelon, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10, the pineapple 7 out of 10, but the passion fruits are the best passion fruits I've ever had. So big, so juicy, so sweet, absolutely top drawer. Get a bit of fresh juice. There are coffees and stuff there, but obviously you want to get some proper coffee and caffeine in the system. And then you can do like scrambled eggs, fried eggs, massive stacks of pancakes coated in local honey. So yeah, we've been stocking up for the day and fueling up, and yeah, wait till you see the room. For £20 a night, check this out.
Another absolutely ruthless pick on the accommodation from Emma King, the queen of booking.com at the minute. Absolutely. So £20 a night, Nimh Binh. Check out the old views of the old rice fields. Silly behaviour here. Ruthless scenes. And not only have we outdone ourselves with the view, the double beds, well, 2 doubles, small doubles, singles. Check out the pool action. It's just an absolute ruthless setup. What a joint.
Once you've got the fuel, you've got food in the system, number 2 thing you need to do is get some caffeine injected straight into the bones. They only have like 330ml monsters knocking about here, which just isn't going to cut it, mate. We need to get minimum 500 milligrams of coffee going straight into the system. So we've been coming to this place behind me, Coffee Brick, which is pretty top drawer. It's like anything in life, you get what you pay for. If you want to keep the cost down and you want to get super cheap coffee, just get the free one at the hotel, or like the standard local stuff. If you want a nice coffee, it's 60,000 dong, which for like a cappuccino latte or whatever, which works out about £2 or £1.80, something around that. And then they do these unbelievable hand squeezed orange juices, which are just absolute nectar of the gods. So you've got the caffeine in the bones, and then you're getting the vitamin C absolutely dialed in. So yeah, if you want to start your day in a very good manner, this is the place to come to. The coffee, the setup, everything, absolutely top drawer. Cheers now.
The question we all want answered: how much does it cost for one delicious pint of the old beer waris? When I say pints, you're only getting bottles of beer out here. However, the local beer in Nimh Binh, Nada, which personally I think is actually the nicest one, is 10,000 dong, works out about 33p. They also have a happy hour on, so if you get beers between usually about 5 to 9 o'clock in like the centre, most of the places 7,000, so they're practically paying you to drink them. Ridiculous scenes. If you want a Saigon, a Tiger, obviously the King's favourite, on the old filtered lager, or the Hanoi beer, which personally I don't really like the Hanoi one, and I don't really like the Saigon one. Obviously the Tiger beer is pretty good. You're probably looking at between 15 to 30 depending on what time and where you go, if it's more of like a bar or it's a restaurant. But yeah, either way, ridiculous prices. You can get a beer for like 30p all the way up to around £1. So yeah, if you want to get absolutely Leslie Von, super economical on the old beers. If you're on the spirit mixers, aka like the King, refusing to fully convert to the beer life, you're looking at be about 50,000 for a spirit mixer, up to I would say about 65, 70, depending again on where you go. I think some of like the Banana Tree and Monkey Hostels, that's where the drinks have been most expensive, which I thought was yeah, pretty interesting. Usually I thought like the hostels would have the cheapest beers, but I guess that's where they have the most tourists, the most foreigners, so technically a place to make some extra money. But yeah, you just want to order, it's not like you need to order like a single or a double or anything like that. Whatever measure you're getting, it's absolutely ruthless, and we'll be getting you absolutely battered. I would probably advise drinking whiskey if you're drinking like a spirit mixer out in Vietnam, because yeah, they love their whiskey, so you're getting like a local brand, super strong, silly measures, where I think if you're getting like a rum and coke and it's a Bacardi, or do you know what I mean, something which is imported, I think they're a little bit more shy on the amount of alcohol they give you. So yeah, if you want to get absolutely steamy for cheap, get yourself on the beers, but again, it's super economical on the spirit mixers. You're probably looking about £1.60 to £2. So yeah, it's just a place to get absolutely fired up out of your goddamn mind. Cheers. Now, how to get around Vietnam. So like I say, if we're just getting like local taxis during the day, you're probably looking at like $1 or $2 each way, £1 or £2. Get the Grab app, book it on there, it comes out straight out your card. Basically it's like having Uber or Bolt or something like that. Obviously that's how me and the King are getting around. Moving between cities goes without saying, if you want to save money, you want to get like the sleeper buses. If you go for the ones which are like 30 people, it's a lot cheaper, not as comfy. We got the sleep bus from Hanoi to Sapa, which was super good. You want to get the VIP 20, which is like your own pod, loads of space. I'm 6'3", and could pretty much lie down in it, which is obviously good. It goes without saying that they are the cheapest. Like that was like £15 to do that, but logistically you're getting there an hour before, you're waiting, our bus got cancelled, we had to get the one after, so yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare logistically. And then when we were going from Sapa to Nimh Binh, where we are now, we had the option between 2 buses, which would have taken 13 hours, or a private SUV taxi door to door. Obviously me and Em, the bougie backpackers with suitcases actually, so no backpacks, we opted for the private taxi, which yeah, it's literally half the journey time, but goes without saying that cost us twice as much. We paid like £63 each for that. So again, it depends on your budget, but this is one of the places where if you are want to go super budget friendly, then yeah, there are definitely options to do that. Do the sleeper coaches. If you're a little bit more plush on the cash, then yeah, I would do the private transfers, because door-to-door service, a lot comfier, can stop when you want for a wee, and take kind of snacks on and stuff like that. So yeah, getting around in the cities, I would say Nimh Binh is a little bit more expensive for taxis than it was in Hanoi, but you're probably looking at like £1 to the centre of town, maybe even slightly less than that, 80p. And then from where we are into the centre of Nimh Binh, you're looking at about £4 each way, and that's about a 20-minute taxi. Whereas like in the centre of Hanoi, we were getting taxis like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes across town, and it'd be like £2.50 or £3 like that. So yeah, definitely cheaper in Hanoi. And yeah, getting between cities just ultimately just depends on your budget. But yeah, for me, I would definitely recommend the private taxis to save the old back, and yeah, get you there nice and quick. But it's just ruthless scenery, mate. The things you love to see. Cheers now.
Action. So for the girls, there are so many spa places and places to get your nails. I went to Timecodes Lotus Spa, and look how cute these are. So cute. It was $250 for a plain colour, or $300 for a design, which comes out as like $950. Compare that to the UK, that would have been like 50 quid or something. So highly recommend it, definitely go. Gonna start the day, afternoon, with one of these, but Gareth, you have to open it. I don't want to ruin my nails. Really?
Easy.
So cute.
Cheating on my barber, aka Namo or Key Lochran, 52 times this year to get my hair cut pretty much every week. Always a risk, because I don't speak Vietnamese, they don't speak English. Google Translate, I'm showing photos on my phone, but we got there in the end. I'll give a little close-up, Em. So, little skin fade on the side. I asked for a mullet with a skin fade. I've been growing out the rat's tail, which has been sliding down the back of my neck after the last trim, or the one before it, but I think, are we in the game there? Hopefully, slowly but surely, that's going out. Guys, shaved up all the side here with a cutthroat razor. wanted to charge me 50,000 dong, which is £1.60 for a trim. So yeah, if you are getting your hair cut, it is unbelievable value here. Pretty good as well. I mean, yeah, if you live in the UK, do you know what I mean? You're looking at 20, 30, 40 quid for a haircut. So yeah, cannot complain at them prices. And yeah, we're just getting little kind of bats in the bones because we're about to go hit a little workout.
This gym, absolutely ridiculous. 100,000 dong per person. We've got the king warming up on some squats. The whole place to ourselves. I'm gonna smash out a little bit of bench, a little bit of warm up, and then yeah, hopefully get up to some normal numbers, but feeling pretty weak at the minute. But yeah, if you want to do boxing, private boxing lessons, I think it was like 400,000 they said to do that. But yeah, everything you need, multiple benches, squat rack, loads of weights. A bit of an upgrade on the one we went to in Sri Lanka. But yeah, we'll whack in some clips now. But yeah, definitely needed after all the beers. Feel like we're absolutely wasting away. PB's coming in. That might be the hardest workout I've ever done.
It
like
was so hard.
ridiculous. Like, look at my t-shirt. That is outrageous behaviour, but sick gym. Like, loads of equipment, everything you need, loads of different weights. And to be fair, the first like 40 minutes had to ourselves. Boxing off some squats, some deadlifts. How are the legs feeling?
Very sore. How I've lost a lot of progress in 6 weeks is baffling.
Yeah, ridiculous scenes. To be fair, I've been doing like a few push-ups and a few leg raises, obviously for the old beach JPEGs, but tell you what, it was humbling getting under that bench press. I literally, yeah, at one point I was like, we take a video, got 4 reps out on like 70 kgs or something, and I was thinking, oh shit, I'm gonna drop the weights on me. But yeah, good to get some exercise in the bones. We just checked the sushi spot and it is not open till 5 o'clock, so we have a little bit of time, so a nice little 45-minute walk, saving a bit of money on the old taxis. It was £2.50 to where I got a trim, and then yeah, we walked from there. So yeah, absolutely cooked, definitely in the market for some food. Any thoughts, Em? That it?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be sore tomorrow and in need of some good sushi.
Yeah, that is it. I feel as if like gym progress, like you gym for, I don't know, like 4 weeks, 6 weeks, months and months and months. You think, oh yeah, I'm getting some strength, getting in a good spot. And then you go traveling for 6 weeks and it's like, oh, back to square one. But as always, the calves are looking juicy. See you in the sushi spot.
Some well-deserved dinner vibes after obviously a ruthless gym session. Obviously, if you followed the channel for a little while, you know I'm severely allergic to nuts, peanuts, peanut oil, all that stuff. So a lot of time I can't eat the local food or at the like little stalls and stuff. Which obviously, again, if you want to save money, it's like $1 for like a sandwich, like chicken and pork in. However, me and the king just went to Tokyo Sushi, £15 a person, because we ordered pretty much the entire menu. Had 2 lots of the tuna avocado sushi rolls. We had the prawn tempura sushi rolls. We had a chicken katsu curry. We had kimchi. I got a pork cutlet deep fried as well. We got grilled squid, and absolutely just ruthless amount of Japanese food. But yeah, absolutely hits the spot. Get some ginger, get some wasabi in the bones, and it is an absolute banger. So we tend to spend a little bit more on food, just because yeah, we're normally eating in Japanese restaurants, but yeah, again, if you want to save money, the local food is absolutely silly priced, but yeah, absolutely banging nonetheless. That is it, another video wrapped up. One whole day in Vietnam ended up costing us £36.70 for myself, obviously slightly different for them without the haircut and the nails and stuff. Obviously this was a super chill day. I mean, we didn't have any crazy activities and we didn't have any kind of transport between places. Obviously I wanted to just give you an idea of what that looks like so you can kind of factor that in. I think if you've been following along for a couple of weeks now, that we are traveling, but we're not on some super backpacker trying to save money style, and we're not on some like super bougie, kind of a bit in the middle. Save money where you can, but we obviously saved up to enjoy a few of the nicer things, especially on the travel front and the transport front, things that make a little bit more logistic sense but do cost a little bit more money. In terms of activities, I actually think they're super cheap here. So for example, you're probably looking at about £3 for most of the things. If you're doing like a sunrise hike somewhere and you're going into a viewpoint, it's usually about £1 to £3. As an example, in Nimh Binh we did a cruise down the river. That was probably the most expensive thing we did, which was £7.50 per person, but it was absolutely phenomenal. So if you do come to Nimh Binh, I'll link that vlog on the channel down below, because this place is, I would say, probably the most underrated city in the whole of Vietnam. But the point is here, you can make things as cheap as you want. Do you know what I mean? If you're eating street food 3 meals a day for £1, do you know what I mean? Your food for the day is £3. If you want to go out and just get absolutely steaming, which was the vibe me and Crab were on when we were back in Thailand and back on the Koh San Road at the Nai Park with all the legends, you can do that as well. I'd probably say £10 is going to get you a whole night out, especially if you're drinking the beers. Do you know what I mean? You have 10 beers, 20 beers at 30p each. It's costing you absolutely no money, and even if you are on the vodka mixers, do you know what I mean, you're still only looking at £10–15 anyway to have about 10 drinks. So there's opportunity to do everything you want to do. You can see flair things, you can go to flair places, you can travel to very different places, the mountains, the beach, the cities, and do it all for as cheap as you want. But if you do have any questions about travel, transport, anything in Vietnam at all, bang it in the comments down below. I'll literally respond to every single message down there, and there'll already be 3 vlogs live on the channel by the time you watch this: the Hanoi one, the Sapa one, and the Ninh Binh vlog. My personal favourite so far has been Ninh Binh, but all very, very different. One city, one mountainous, and one very, I'd say, kind of more relaxed. You're kind of still in the mountains because of the hikes and stuff we did, but with the river and stuff, it was absolutely phenomenal. As you know, we're now en route to 10k subs. Unbelievable scene. So if you could do me a favour, do yourself a favour, hit the button down below, and remember, baby, the chef is always cooking. Let's get it.